Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me. How are you? Do you like the new catalogue? Has everybody had a look at it yet? Oh my goodness. Went live yesterday. So exciting. And I have got my new favourite stuff. Yes, I just cuddled it. Cherry on top DSP 6x6. Thank you, Stampin' Up. And look, all these different patterns. So many of them. How many sheets do we get? Millions. 48 sheets. Flip it over. Love, love, love. And I know I gave you a little sneaky peeky of, where is it? The little hearts the other week. And I did that mini, tiny one. But I thought when you've got cherries and you've got sweeties, you've got to make a sweetie box, which is exactly what this is. Folds open, fill it with sweeties. Great, perfect. Look, and it says the little things with the beautiful new dotted lace trim. Oh, so excited. I really am like a kid in a sweetie shop, you know. There we go, perfect analogy. I'm going to show you how to make it. It uses the sheet of 6x6. Very simple to make. Depending on which way round you want your pattern to flow will determine, however, where you do your first score lines. I pulled out a rubbish piece of paper to do that analogy, didn't I? Shall I do a... I don't know, I might change my mind on it, but you know what, yes, let's have this and then I can explain to you better how to follow a score line. So, if you want your sweeties or your pattern to be like this, so that they make sense, rather than being like that and they're sideways, you do your first set of score lines that way, okay? Because what we're going to do now is the 4 score lines that you need to create the shape of the box. So therefore, with your piece of 6x6, and if you're going to be making a metric version, trim yours down to 14.5 by 14.5. Trust me, it makes life a lot easier. So you turn your pattern so it is sideways because we're going to score what is the front, the top and the back. So 1 inch, 2.5, 3.5 and 5. And as I said in metric, if you trim yours down 14.5 by 14.5 and you're going to score at 2.5, 6, 8.5 and 12. And then you turn it round and you score it at 1 and 5 inches, which is 2.5 and 12 centimetres. And that means now that my box is going to fold and make sense. Otherwise my bunting would have been flowing sideways. So make sure that when you're putting 4 score lines in, well, you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Right, fold these score lines, burnish them gently because it is paper. And I haven't written down the finished dimensions of this. Oh, I'm a bit daft, really, aren't I? When I'm scoring, let me look and see if I can work that out. So it's going to be, well, it's 2.5 centimetres that way, which is 1 inch that way. It is 1.5 inches that way, which is 3.5 centimetres. Yep, by, I can't remember, 4 inches, which is, I think, 9.5 centimetres I've set it at. I'll make sure it's all in my blog. Okay, fold it, there you go, you can see, perfect, terrible night lighting. These score lines here are what you need to cut up. So just cut straight up them. And do the same on both sides. And seriously, such a quick box to make. Okay, so we're going to follow our pattern. The bunting obviously has to go in a particular way. So we need to put adhesive on the 6 little squares that we've created. So 3 on each side. Snail is fine because it's paper to paper. And if we put the pattern looking at it as you want it to close, so this obviously has to be the front because that would be upside down bunting. We're going to create the lid first. So this square here is going to stick to this part. And the same round on the other side. So that is the lid. If I open this one, the lid only has one flap tab stuck to it. Tab? Yeah, tab. So therefore that is the lid done. that means that these 4 that are left behind are all going to stick onto the rectangular one here and create the base. So that's why I'm saying make your front first, make your lid first, otherwise you'll just find out you'll have upside down bunting or sweeties or what have you going in the wrong direction, which just, well, it would just be a waste of paper. Nobody likes wasted paper. Okay, tiny little hole handy doodah there, 1/2 inch circle punch, and just cut a little notch. And that is the box made. And job done. So it's just a case of decorating. Any excuse to get this stuff out. Isn't that beautiful? This is the in colour lace, so it's in all 5 of the new colours, which is, this is the beautiful Cucumber Crush, which is just such a lovely green. I'm going to do my best to tie a bow. I made 2 bunny ears and I'm going over and under. That's not too shabby, apart from the fact it's just twisted, but we'll just pretend it's lush. And this is, it feels lovely. Oh my goodness, the feel of this stuff is just, it feels lacy but not hard. It's not, it doesn't feel harsh at all, like, you know, some, you know, antique laces can be a bit, I suppose crispy is kind of the right word, I don't know, but you'll know what I mean. It doesn't feel like that at all. It is, it's soft, it's nice, it's not going to crease. Very pretty, so we'll have that there. That bow's far too big, but you know, I'll shrink it down a little. That's better. Let's trim those tails off a little bit more. There we go, perfect. Mini glue dot on the back, holds it really, really well. Really well. And apparently sticks to my fingernails. She says, holds it really well and sticks it to everything but the bow. There we go. Little bit of stamping. We have to do a little stamping. So I have got the Hello Life stamp set. This is one that fantastically, happily carried over. And I've got this one, the little things, because sometimes you just give a treat because it's little. It doesn't need to be anything major other than just you want to give sweeties. Cucumber Crush. Look at that green. It's beautiful. Really, really nice. See? How pretty is that? Okay. Stamp that. Punch this one with the 1-inch circle. And then I've got a bit of my Cucumber Crush, 1 3/4 inch scallop. And I'm going to have... Oh, I've knocked my bow off. I will tell you... I'll let you into a little secret. My son decided he was going to play football in my office. booted a football across my prep desk. And it knocked it off. Okay, let's lift up this flower. Okay, and then I've got some basics rhinestones. That was the Itty Bitty Accents flower. One of those in the middle, and we'll just put all this together. So I'm going to put this one directly onto there. A little bit of snail on there is fine. I am absolutely covered in ink now. And I'm going to take a mini glue dot on the back of that and position it up there, I think. And then I'm going to put dimensional onto this, but I know that I need to keep it sort of up where the flower is. And, oh, I put my dimensionals away. Oh no, I didn't, they're here. So a dimensional on the back, but closer up where the flower is, because obviously it does stick out a little. Just lift that up a little bit more. And that on there, and that is my box made. My little sweetie box. How cute. I love it. I'm so delighted and thrilled with all of our new products that, oh, I could just pop with excitement. Anyway, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. Lost it today, haven't I? Anyway, I shall hope to speak to you very soon, and I'm sure that Friday's video is not going to be me covered in ink. Okay? Anyway, I shall speak to you very soon. Bye.